It's all in our hands, this life of time that's given to us all. It gathers round each night, each morn. We watch it pass and grow. It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands. With every field and rising sea, can hear the sounds of all, and with every change we'll always be where hope's not lost but found. It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands. It is all in our hands, it is all in our hands. And we know the change will surely come. Baby, one more trip around the sun. But we'll gather here where land meets sea, where we can be as one. And we know the change will surely come. Baby, one more trip around the sun, and we'll gather here where land meets sea, where we can be as one. It is all in our hands, and we know the change will surely come. This life of time, it can be. It's all in our hands, it is all in our hands.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Magical Moon video. The road to recovery started as soon as we picked them up, but in earnest it is today that we start that treatment, because we need to get all those little elements going in the right direction, and also tend, as you saw, tend very intensely to big Petra's feet. And Petra is the name I think she's going to be called, because we've had a few very nice suggestions from the patrons and the community, and that name seems to keep popping up.
It does indeed. So we were trying to think of a name that sort of represents the Patreons, and Nick came up with a name, Patron.
Petra.
I just can't say it. It will not come out. I've tried and tried and tried. But someone suggested Petra, which is the meaning of rock. So she's solid and she's a good old girl. So we're going to go with Petra, I think. So pretty Petra, as you can see, is relaxing in the sun. She's done lots of sleeping and she gets up. She's got a real little routine. So she's laying down for a good, I'd say a good hour. She then gets up, she has a little drink, a little nibble to eat, and then she goes and lays back down again. So she's much, much more comfortable because she's able to rest those feet, which is what she's needed to do. And as you've seen, I treated the feet this morning, and we've spoken to the farrier, and he is coming out next week, I think, isn't he, just to assess the situation before we go any further.
He needs to have a look to see what the best route's going to be, and with those x-rays we can make a plan. But as I mentioned yesterday, it's all about stabilising them and getting them to a point where it's going to be most beneficial to then have some sort of shoe or some support put in place. But she's doing really well, and it's lovely, as you've seen in some of those shots, where she's so relaxed around Jenny, Rupert and I and all the family. She's just, I think, like I said before, just completely relieved. It's been a very emotional time for her and for Nanny as well. And Nanny has that treatment she's got to have on her eye, which we're going to do later today. We've also got to keep putting her sun cream on her nose because she's got a bit of a burn at the bottom of her nose.
Blistered, isn't she, on her
nose?
And
then we've got to just tend to those superficial wounds, and we've got a special little pumice stone that gets rid of the fly eggs or the egg bots, which you'll see they're like little yellow, look like yellow seeds on her legs. And then she's, with her feet, her front foot on the outside, there is a little abscess and it's started to come out. So what we've got to do is get it nice and clean. We're going to put what's called a poultice on it, which is a dressing which will then hopefully draw any of the infection out. And then her other feet are okay. She obviously needs to see the farrier, but that is her only ailment in her feet. So
I think we had the blood results as well, didn't we? The first set, and they're good as far as
yes. So all the bloods are within parameters. Having said that, Petra is a little bit low on all her counts, but they're not way off the spectrum. But as we said before, very much like with Grace and Charlotte, it's good to have that datum, to have the bloods as soon as they arrive, because as things develop, which they will, we can then compare if we need to. So let's get on and get the lovely Nanny treated.
Close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side. Lay your head on my chest. I know you've had a really bad day. But I'm right here, it's gonna be okay. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul, hold my hand, don't let go. I understand. I know it hurts, it wasn't fair. It's over now, so don't despair. The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
So the physical treatment or medication is well underway, but the other side to it, which is for me much more significant, and it really plays a massive part in this early healing process, is their mental state, what they've been through, how they feel. And with this beautiful horse, Petra, she lays down, and when she lays down, she has those moments you can see she puts her head down and she really lets go, but then all of a sudden she'll have a little bit of a startle, and she's just getting into that everything's going to be okay. And the same with Nanny, she was looking after her all last night, standing by her side, and this morning when we came out, it was role reversal. Nanny was having a sleep and Petra was on guard, so they're just still in that flight mode. And say PTSD, it's that that. They've been on the front line for longer than anyone would want to, and it does take time. So it's a very, very conscious, we're very conscious of that as being a massive part of their recovery. And of course they will get better, but it does take a long time. So as we say, the physical treatment's one thing, but just getting them feeling good is going to take time. But every little step, and it's lovely to see their improvement, and it's more than that, it's just great to be able to share it with you guys on the journey. And if you remember, if you haven't seen it, when we rescued Charlotte and Grace spent a lot of time laying down as well. It was only yesterday we were talking about it, and we remembered how quickly you forget when times are good. And now she's the she's in fine fettle, and she looks beautiful along with little Charlotte. They've really blossomed, and they're both well and happy, and realise that life's okay now. But in the beginning it was very fragile, and as I say, Grace spent a lot of time laying down and behaving very similar to what Petra is. So it does look alarming when they're laying down, but if she can rest, it's the best thing for us. So we're going to keep going, we're going to keep obviously looking after her, and we've got to go and get on with the other legends. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you very soon.